Welcome to Maddie's World. Enter the world of networking, technology and gaming.
राइट सो कल हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे वॉल्यूम्स के बारे में, राइट. सो व्हेन वी वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट वॉल्यूम्स, राइट, हम हमेशा बात करते हैं परफॉर्मेंस की, कॉस्ट की, राइट, एंड हमें कितना स्टोरेज चाहिए. तो कपल ऑफ थिंग्स हमारे माइंड में रहती हैं जब हम स्टोरेज की बात करते हैं. और मोस्ट बेसिकली जब हम स्टोरेज की बात करते हैं हमारे दिमाग में एक बात आती है कि रीड और राइट स्पीड, मतलब कि डिस्क में how much you can write and how much you can read per second, right? So those things are always in our mind, right? So अगर हम बात करें स्टोरेज के बीच में डिफरेंस की, राइट, हम कल देख रहे थे, कल वी गॉन थ्रू दी जर्नल पर्पज एसएसडी, राइट. इन द सेम में हमारे पास बहुत सारे यहाँ पे डिस्क हैं. तो क्या डिफरेंस होता है इन डिस्क के बीच में? अगर हम इन जनरल देखें तो इनके बीच में ज़्यादा कोई भी डिफरेंस नहीं है. द डिफरेंस इज ऑफ कॉस्ट एंड स्पीड, राइट. तो स्पीड कैसे मिलती है, यू नो दैट, राइट. देर आर अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ डिस्क. आइदर यू कैन टेक द परफॉर्मेंसेज, आइदर यू कैन टेक द, यू कैन से रिड्यूस द कॉस्ट. तो हमें इन चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना होता है और हमें इन चीज़ों को भी देखना है कि एग्जैक्टली कहाँ पे मेरी क्या चीज़ फिट बैठेगी, राइट, मेरी क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट दीज ऑल थिंग्स बिफोर वी गेट स्टार्टेड विद टेकिंग एनी डिस्क, राइट. तो AWS की डॉक्यूमेंटेशन भी बहुत अच्छी है गाइस, राइट. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज व्हेनेवर यू आर फेसिंग एनी इश्यूज, या आपको इफ यू वांट टू नो अबाउट एनी ऑफ द कंपोनेंट्स, सो यू जस्ट डू AWS EBS, राइट. अभी हम EBS के बारे में वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड द EBS. सो जस्ट गो टू EBS, राइट. सो इट विल टेक यू डायरेक्टली टू द EBS, राइट. व्हाट इज EBS, द काइंड ऑफ EBS, व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ EBS, एंड all what feature that the EBS has, right. So it will give you couple of things here, right, that you can go through and learn, right. So we know EBS is basically elastic block storage, and elastic block storage is means, you know, you can say your devices, right, and your hard disk, whatever you are going to use on the basis of your requirements, right. Now we have gone through द जनरल पर्पज SSD yesterday, और हमने देखा कि हम बात कर रहे थे जो जनरल पर्पज SSD डिस्क होती हैं वो बेसिकली इट गिव्स यू द बैलेंस बिटवीन परफॉर्मेंस एज वेल एज, यू नो, बिटवीन योर कॉस्ट. तो आपकी परफॉर्मेंस और कॉस्ट के बीच में एक समन्वय बना के चलती है. बट द अनदर डिस्क मे बी बिट कॉस्टलियर और, यू नो, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर रिक्वायरमेंट, राइट. नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट प्रोविजनड IOPS SSD नाउ, राइट. जैसे कि हम कल बात कर रहे थे जनरल पर्पस के बारे में. हम जनरल पर्पस के बारे में बोल रहे थे कि कभी आपकी एप्लीकेशन ऐसी है दैट डजंट टेक, दैट इज नॉट IO इंटेंसिव, राइट, एंड यू आर नॉट बॉदर्ड अबाउट हाई परफॉर्मेंस, देन यू शुड गो अहेड विद द जनरल पर्पस SSD, और वहाँ पे आपको कॉस्ट और आपकी स्पीड का बैलेंस मिल रहा है. बट व्हाट अगर आपको अच्छी स्पीड चाहिए, व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू इंस्टॉल योर डेटाबेस ऑन दैट डिस्क, राइट. So, or what your application is very high IO intensive, right, and it need faster read write from the hard drive or disk, right. So which type of disk you need to choose, right? If such is the situation coming before you, you must go with the provisioned IOPS SSD disk. So those will be costlier than general purpose SSD, and if you are going for a high performance application, high end application, databases, so must go with the input output, you know, per second SSD disk. So you can maximum you can start it from 4 GB to 384 GB, right. It can be the size of your hard disk, right, and the maximum IOPS you can have in one disk is 64,000. Also remember one thing, let's say if you are going to provision the 4 IOPS, right, so how maximum IOPS you can have 200, right. So per GB it gives you 50 IOPS, right. Let's say, right, I have taken 4 GB here and I want to take the 400, it will not take. It says the maximum ratio can be 50 IOPS per GB. So If you need more speed, so you can take the more disk here, right, and provision the more IOPS. So just do into 50 and you are done with here. So when we are talking about different volumes, right, so let's go through the characteristic of that. So if you try to find the EBS volume, so it will go there. You can go to the EBS volume types here. So we have all the EBS volume types here available, right? So you can see it has been distributed in two sections. One is solid state drive, which is called SSD drives, and normal hard disk, which is called the SSD disk, which basically you are using in your laptop, desktop and other things, right? अगर हम बात करें जनरल पर्पस की और प्रोविजन IOPS की, right, which we was talking about these two kind of disk here, sorry, right? So now you can see a bit difference here. Both are backed up with the general purpose, solid state drives, which are a bit costlier and used with the server hardware. And if you talk about these SSD, we generally use with the normal usage, right? So volume type, when we talk about general purpose, it uses general purpose SSD. This is the volume type, and the provisioned IOPS SSD, which is bit costlier, right? So if you see the description here, it says the general purpose SSD volume that balances price and performance for the wide variety of workload, right? And when we talk about provisioned IOPS, it says highest performance SSD volume for mission critical, low latency and high throughput workloads. So this is what you have to remember, means whatever the disk you are using, that is based on the usage as well as on the basis of performance and cost, right? Now let's quickly look through the use cases. What will be the use cases if I go through these two disks, right? If I go with the general purpose SSD, right, what is the use case? Recommended for most of the workload. You see, most of the workload recommend this: system, boot volumes, virtual machines, low latency interactive application, development and test environments, right, are using the general purpose SSD, where we are not bothered about higher performance, right? So the next comes is SSD, right, which is the general purpose, provisioned IOPS SSD. What it says when critical business application that required sustained IOPS performance or more than 16,000 IOPS or 250 mega MB per second throughput per volumes, right? And this is basically largely used for the database workload, such as let me drag it here, is also that, right? So it's basically used for MongoDB, Cassandra, Microsoft SQL Server, PostgreSQL and Oracle, right? So whenever you are going with any databases and high-end application, then you should go with the provisioned IOPS, right? Next we're going to talk about the SSD hard drive disk, right? So when we talk about these disks, cold, right, magnetic standard and throughput optimized SSDs, these disks are basically backed up by the, you can say, SSDs, right? So first we're going to talk about the throughput optimized SSDs. So where you can use those hard disks, right? If you go through the description, it says low cost SSD volumes designed for frequently access throughput intensive workload, right? तो जहाँ पर मीन्स जो थ्रूपुट हमारी वॉल्यूम्स है कैसी जगह पे यूज होने चाहिए, जहाँ पर मीन्स लो कॉस्ट के हार्ड ड्राइव है बट जहाँ पर डेटा बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली एक्सेस हो रहा है. फ्रीक्वेंटली डेटा कहाँ पे एक्सेस होता है, अब आप देखोगे कहीं पर भी स्ट्रीमिंग वर्कलोड है, राइट, अगर यूट्यूब है आपका, अमेजॉन प्राइम है, तो ये क्या है, बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली यहाँ पे डेटा एक्सेस होता है, राइट. सो इफ यू हैव डेटा इन बल्क, इफ यू सी द यूज केसेस हियर, if you have a streaming workload running consistent fast throughput at a low price, right, अगर आपको एक consistency चाहिए low price में and your continuous streaming is going on, go with this kind of disk. You can use it for a big data warehouse, log processing, right, but this cannot be a root volume, right. So if you are going with these kind of things, but YouTube streaming and anything like that, so must go with this throughput optimized disk, right? And this is backed up by the SDD, but more cheaper than the other disk. In the same way, we have a cold SSD, lowest cost SSD volume designed for a less frequently accessed workload, right? If you see the use case, it says throughput oriented storage for a large volume of data that is infrequently accessed, means कहीं पर भी आपका ऐसा डेटा है जो बहुत कम एक्सेस होता है, right? But anyhow you want to keep your logs or some low cost storage, आपको कुछ टाइम के लिए चाहिए, तो you can choose this cold storage. And again, this cannot be a boot volume, right? So if you are going with the cold SSD as well as the magnetic standard disk, right? So those are basically less frequently accessed disk, and if you are going to use them, let's say अगर आपको कोई भी ऐसा आर्काइवल्स अपने रखने हैं, आपका कुछ ऐसा बैकअप आपका रखना है, आपका बहुत कम फ्रीक्वेंट एक्सेस डेटा है, तो go with these storage, right? So the process is same for provisioning, right? Let's say I have higher workload, so I'll go with the provisioned IOPS, right? The situation is similar. Let's say if I take the 50 GB, right? So per GB I will get 50 IOPS, right? So how many IOPS I will have? Can you tell me that?
25,000.
Per GB I have a 50 IOPS, right? If I have a 50 GB, then how many IOPS I will have?
2500.
That's wrong.
2500.
Sorry?
2500.
Yep. So you can see it has taken the 2500 IOPS, means 2500 input output per second. So even if you want to take more than this, you'll have to take the more disk, right? Again, you have to choose in which availability zone you are looking for this. That's totally up to you. If you want to attach this to multiple volumes, you can enable this. That will be a multi-attach. So let it be for now, and you can give it a tag. And you can give it a DV disk, let's say, and create the volume, right? And the process will be same, right? Process of attaching would remain the same. So you just have to right click here, attach disk. If you want to delete the disk, create snapshot, modify volumes, everything you can do it from here itself. I don't have any machine at this moment, right? So any questions so far, guys, on this? I've already shown you how to attach the disk, how to detach the disk, right? How, if you want to modify the how you can mount permanently, temporary, and how you can unmount it. In the same way, if you want to modify the volume, let's say you have provisioned it for 50 GB and you want only 25, you can say in place of your own 100 GB, you can do that also, right? And you can change the IOPS here for yourself. So you can quickly modify it as per your requirements. I think this is getting hang or like moving here. Come here. Okay, I will close it. You can see like how like you can quickly modify it as per your requirements. So I'll quickly remove it. So make sure like you have tried all the volumes that you need. Only there will be a smaller difference by using them. If you go with the cold disk, minimum you need the 500 GB space, right? Here you will not see any input output per second, right? So it's basically the throughput could be 6 by 14, baseline 15 MB per terabyte. In the same way, if you go with the throughput optimized disk, it will be also, you will need minimum 500 GB. If If you go with the magnetic standard, you can go from 1 GB to 1024 GB. These discs are kind of like basically magnetic disc, but what we used to use in our desktop and or in our laptops. So you can create each kind of volume and use it, but essential for you to understand what is volume and what these types of volume, why we need these type of volume, right? If we have a multiple volumes, then इसका सिर्फ ये मतलब है कि हमें इन्हें अपनी ज़रूरत के हिसाब से मॉडिफाई करना है, ठीक है? आपको पता है कि हर एक चीज़ लाइफ में जो भी आती है सब कुछ ज़रूरत के हिसाब से आती है, राइट? अगर आप देखो इनिशियल टाइम पे, राइट, हमारे पास एक सिंपल स्टोरेज हुआ करते थे, राइट? वी यूज़ टू हैव बही खाते जहाँ पर हम अपनी चीज़ें नोट कर लेते थे, राइट? धीरे धीरे हमारी फ्लॉपी ड्राइव्स आई, बही खाते कन्वर्ट हो गए, फ्लॉपी डिस्क में कन्वर्ट हो गए, राइट? वी वाज इवन द फ्लॉपी ड्राइव वाज इनफ फॉर अस, राइट? स्पीड ऑफ द फ्लॉपी ड्राइव, एवरीथिंग वाज फाइन. देन हमारी 2 GB 1 GB की डिस्क आना स्टार्ट हो गई. इवन दोज वाज इनफ फॉर अस, बट टाइम चेंज हुआ, राइट? रिक्वायरमेंट चेंज हो गई. वो डिस्क हमारे लिए यूजेबल नहीं रही. 40 GB 180 GB 100 GB, राइट? नाउ अब हम टेराबाइट्स में बात करते हैं, राइट? हम मैग्नेटिक ड्राइव से हम सॉलिड स्टेट स्टोरेज डिवाइस की बात करते हैं. तो डिफरेंस सिर्फ इतना है, कॉस्ट का डिफरेंस है और स्पीड का डिफरेंस है. सो व्हाट एवर द ड्राइव्स यू आर यूजिंग, टोटली बेस्ड ऑन द परफॉर्मेंस और योर रिक्वायरमेंट. आपकी किस टाइप की रिक्वायरमेंट है, किस टाइप की आपकी एप्लीकेशन है, या सिर्फ आपको डेटा रखने के लिए आपको स्टोरेज चाहिए. सो यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट ऑन द बेस, थिंक अबाउट द कॉस्ट एंड यूज दोज ड्राइव्स. So we're gonna talk about now snapshot, right? Here if you go to like your volume section, you have a snapshot available here, like, so you already know, right, what is snapshot. So what you can do is, if you have any existing VM or some file system, you can take backup of those, you can take snapshot of those. If in case of some failure in your disk or in your machine, you could roll back it from there, right? So you can quickly go to snapshot here. So are you going to take the snapshot of the volume or the instance? So whatever it is, right, if you are going to take the snapshot of any of machine volume, so just go there, right? Select your machine, right? If you want to exclude boot volume, you can enable it, so it will exclude it. But no, if you don't want, then leave it, keep it, right? So keep it. So just give it a description here, test snapshot, right? You are taking the snapshot of instance here. Copy text from volume if you want to tag, or if you want to give anything. So I'm not giving any tags and anything at this moment, so I'm just going to create the snapshot here, right? So manage fast text snapshot restore, right? And just close it and see if snapshot has been created or that is in progress, right? Now you can see snapshot is in progress here. So it might take longer time. This is still 1% completed, right? So anyway, right, if your snapshot has been completed and if you want to restore your VM from here, right, you can go ahead and create image from it, you can create volume from it, you can go to manage fast snapshot restore here, right, and select the region and you can do the things quickly. So let's take it some time, let it go on. So I'm not sure how much time it is going to take. So I think this will generally take more time, right? But anyway, you can take the snapshot from here, right, and you can do the things you want. Now you can see snapshot has been completed, right? So from this snapshot you can create image, right, which you can basically use for creating your machines as well, right? Launch your images, which we used to do for ME, right? You can do it from easily, right? You can create volume out of it, right, and attach it. So that's totally up to you how what kind of restore mechanism process you are going to use from this, right? You can go to manage fast restore volume, right? Select your region here, save it, right? So here you will see the snapshot is completed, right? If any time you are going to manage and restore things, so this is still, it will take some time to get enabled, right? So anyway, so you have now multiple way, right, to restore your images. Let's say anyhow your server didn't came up, right? Any disk issues, or anyhow that this got terminated or anything, right? So you can go to snapshot things, right, and create image out of here. Let's say web server, right, and anything you want to change here, you can do it. So I'll go with the default thing at this moment, right? So let's see if ME has been created. So you can see the ME has been quickly created here, right? You can go ahead and launch the instance from here. So you can see by default the first section has been already moved in, and I will launch it here itself. Let's keep it enabled. Right, public SG, and launch it. So again, this will depend on the requirement, guys, right? So here we had take the clone of complete image, that's fine, and from that image we created it. It would have been easier for you if you would have taken the snapshot of your volume, because if you take the snapshot of the volume, even that's very easier, right? So just create the another volume from that volume, right, and attach it to your VM. If anyhow this volume has been crashed and your VM has been crashed and you want to move this data to another VM, so that would have been very easy for you anyhow. So that's totally up to you, or in the requirement section, how you're gonna use it. I missed it, even that was installed or not. Right, so everything was in that VM has been restored, but I think the page was not created there. Let me do that too, right? In the same way, you can take the snapshot of the specific volume itself. So ये आपको कैसे help कर सकता है? Let's say you have that specific volume, you can label it, right, what volume it is. So it will give you some more flexibility, like also, right, like you just quickly create new volume out of it, right, and I mean you directly attach it to any instance you want, or the new instance you created in case of the instance failure. So anyway, both the things are convenient here. So you can see that this has been completed, so you can quickly go ahead and create volume from here, right, which type of storage you are going to choose, right, and create the volume, right, and it will redirect you to the volume section though. So go here in the volume section, you will find the volume available here. Just attach that volume and you'll get all the data that you need. So I don't have any data volume at this moment in this zone, so that's what I'm not seeing anything, right? So this can save some of your time if you're doing some activities. Then you can take backup, snapshot, and make use of those. So I'll quickly remove these things now.